Hi everyone, Project Genom team is here yet again, and in this video we'll show you our exoskeletons, special equipment and means of transport. But first we need to equip a regular armor suit. Such suits players can use from the very start of the game. To equip it, we need to get on all of the 7 pieces of the suit. But it's not the limit in terms of the equipment you can use, as upon reaching a certain level, your character will be able to use exoskeleton and special equipment. Let's start with exoskeletons. The first exoskeleton that we will show you is of a tactical type. It's basically a frame for attaching other pieces of equipment, just like the way it is with armor suits. The main thing about exoskeletons is that with the help of them, we can use different types of manipulators. In this case, we're dealing with a tactical manipulator. It looks like a giant mechanical arm. The player is basically wearing a huge close-range blade that we would not be able to pick up if we had a regular armor suit on. In addition to a close-range manipulator, we also have a long-range one. But to use it, we'll need to equip an assault exoskeleton. We're equipping some pieces and an assault manipulator. Now this manipulator is a big rocket launcher, which is a long-range weapon, and this launcher does not hit just a single target, but strikes a whole area. Players who use manipulators will be damage dealers in a party. Who's going to be a tank in a party, you might be wondering? It is mechs that are going to be playing the role of tanks in Project Genom. Mechs are special, massive suits. Let's equip a sabotage mech first. This mech is of an open type, as we can see our character in the mech itself. With the help of a mech, players can move around the game world quite quickly, since they're pretty fast and serve as a good protection. Besides the sabotage mech, there is a siege mech, which provides even a better defense, and a player who's using a siege mech can be a perfect tank 100%. So who's going to be playing a role of a support in a party? Biocovers. To use a biocover, a player will need to collect biomass around the world of Genom and implant it into a character's organism. This biocover is based on parasites that live on the back in this kind of hive. The next biocover is a psi cover based on psionic energy and can deal damage at a long distance. As I've said before, players who use biocovers will be able to serve as a support in a party. Now let's move on to transport. The first means of transport we're going to see is a quad bike. It's a very light, very fast vehicle to drive around, but one of its weakest spots is that its defense level is quite low, so you might not be able to make it very far on a quad bike, and if there are loads of enemies around you, you'll hardly get a nice ride. And that's when you might want to try out a buggy. A buggy has a very high level of defense. It is a 6-wheel vehicle that you can safely use for traveling, and you can safely move around locations with multiple aggressive mobs that, well, let's say, will not be able to do much damage to you. But besides wheeled vehicles, there is another mode of transport, gliders. Gliders use the gravity platform system, which allows for moving without touching the ground, or any other surface for that matter, so you can travel safely over water or, for example, lava. It means you can go to such places that would not be available to you otherwise, especially on wheeled transport. We can see a terminal right now where we'll be crafting our special equipment. In this case, we can see the model of a mech, which will be crafted in this very terminal a bit later. If we move to the center of the hangar, you can notice a model of a spaceship. We have not realized that one yet in its entirety, but in the future we will be able to travel on it through space, assemble a crew, etc. But that's information for another video. As of now, thanks for watching and see you on Greenlight.